So the other day, when I released my Q&A, somebody asked a very interesting question that I saw after I recorded, which was like, how do you deal with the fear of emotional connection? Or something like that. I kind of forgot what this person asked, but it was a really good question regarding like, yeah, I mean, relationships are scary. And they were specifically talking about romantic, but I think this can apply to platonic too, or just anything you care about. So how do you deal with, damn, this water is crazy, with the fear of romantic connection or just love in general? And this is a very like interesting, fun topic for me because I feel like I was somebody who very much like I didn't really understand too much about what the meaning of love is or what love could be. And because of that, there was a lot that I had to learn. Sorry, my mind is a little everywhere. I just had people just walk in front of the camera, but it's a public place, so whatever. With that being said, I was talking about this in my life maxing calls the other day when it comes to love. And what it really comes down to is that to love is also to be hurt. Water for dramatic effect. Like, if you truly care about something and you are willing to put yourself in a position where you are vulnerable like that, it is inevitable that you are going to be hurt. And this doesn't matter if it's romantic, if it's platonic, if it's your art, or if it's even your family members, right? To love is to almost attach and care for something that will eventually, and whether you like it or not, will fade away, will pass. And in a romantic sense, it's like, okay, well, like, I'm afraid of this person cheating on me, I'm afraid of this person not liking me, I'm afraid of this person rejecting me. But in a sense of just like, even like family, you know, to love your family, I mean, they're not going to be here one day either. And I think then when I understood that love isn't about how something makes me feel, but it's an action of genuinely expressing my appreciation for something, my relationships very much changed. When I talked a little bit about this, that like I was in the really bad cycle of like relationships, and then I decided, all right, I'm gonna not look for a relationship, and that's when I found my current girlfriend. I didn't get to speak about that too much 2 videos ago because my mic done fucking cut out, so I hope this bitch don't cut out again. But for a while before me and my girlfriend got together, we very much like were like, damn, like, is this a relationship that we truly want to be in, right? We started off as friends, which I think is amazing. This water is so animated. That's crazy. We started off as friends, and we were like, yeah, we were just questioning, like, oh, like, is this really like a relationship that we'd be into, a relationship that we want? And as we went into the relationship, we had the possible cons in mind, you know, which was like, okay, this could be bad for like our friendship. This could be just, there's just a lot of cons, you know. And I saw all of those potentials, and I saw all of the ways that this person could potentially hurt me and will eventually, you know, if one of us passes on first. And I looked at it in the face and said, you know what, like, if I will allow you to hurt me if it means that I get to experience the greatest love possible. And that essentially is what I think love can start to like boil down to. So a lot of us as children, we have this innate sense of love, a desire to connect, a desire to, just love. I think we're loving beings like at heart. But we get rejected by people, we get hurt by people, we get backstabbed by people, and then it develops as like this trauma, right? Where you just become like, you know what, like, fuck that then. It becomes like, oh, fuck love, because I was hurt, so now I'm gonna shut down. But in reality, what's happening is like, you are trying to like overcorrect from your past trauma. Instead of seeing those relationships for how they are, seeing them as an opportunity to set boundaries and seeing them as a moment of reflection, you're just like, you know what, maybe it'd be better if I just completely shut off on its own. When in reality, your very essence is being a loving being. And it's a shame that I think a lot of us have to dim our love because there's a lot of people in the world who are just not ready to receive that. The moon is out. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, love hurts. There's not really anything you could do about that. But I will say, if you keep yourself from being able to experience that love, if you keep yourself from being able to care for another person like that, you miss out on like the entire point of life. In the same way, I talk a lot about polarities, dichotomies, or juxtaposition, what the fuck ever. Polarities, duality. Where there is no joy without pain, there is no rain without sunshine. There is no love without hurt. And so I talk about this in yesterday's video with the over-occurring theme, which is essentially that like you kind of just have to again not tell yourself, maybe more so like train yourself train yourself so that it's ingrained in your subconscious to know that you're going to be okay no matter what. And that is also what I think made my current relationship right now, like so strong, is we had a very strong sense of foundation, like as individuals before we got in the relationship. So we both knew that we were going to be okay with or without each other. But it was like a decision that was like, hey, like, you know what? This relationship could hurt, but I'm willing to find out. Keanu Reeves said a thing where someone was like, are you a lover or are you a fighter? And he's like, well, if you're a lover, you gotta be a fighter, because if you don't got love to fight for, then then what kind of love do you have? Craziest thing I've ever heard. My brother-in-law had that same realization too, that it was like, if you're not fighting for your love, then what kind of love is it? So, hang in there. It gets easier, it gets better. and it's worth it.